Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1, Movie 7. Thank you, HBO Max. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. To start with furry, you remember the snake, right? And how there's animals in this movie series? Yep, moving on to the good and the bad. So, I like that in this movie, we get introduced to Bill Weasley, aka Doomhall Gleeson. So I love that actor, and I'm glad that he's in this movie series. It's great. We also finally get to see again, Voldemort, Mad Eye, and the Burrow, Lucius, Lupin, Hedwig. So yeah. The opening scene, essentially, is like, hey, Harry, we have to evacuate you from this area that is just a suburban residential area to somewhere else. And we know that the Ministry is going to come attack you. Why the Ministry isn't attacking you in this middle of the suburban area and waiting until you're on the move, we don't adequately explain. Why we can't use flu powder, we also don't adequately explain. Why we can't just disapparate you or portkey you, we also don't adequately explain. And no, having the trace on him doesn't make any more sense, because if you're using brooms, how is that more of an external magic than flu powder, disapparating, well, maybe not disapparating, or a portkey, or maybe having somebody else disapparate you, like you're just along for the ride at that point. See? So I feel like this whole chase sequence has a massive logical flaw of it didn't have to happen. And I don't think that they explained why it had to well enough, especially because of the location that they end up going to. It's like, yeah, no shit, that's where they would head. So why would they even have to catch you before then in that whole chase thing? Like, they could just wait outside of that place to get you. So whatever. But in terms of energy, and if you just say, oh hey, this is required for whatever reason, that escape sequence is shot quite well. I don't understand how they think they're going to destroy that locket if a house elf can't destroy one of these Horcruxes. Like, really? How? How do you think you're going to? A house elf who has been shown to not need a wand and can snap, like, with their fingers, basically anything. They're the fucking Q of this universe, and he couldn't destroy it. Like, really? Or at least it sounds like he couldn't destroy it. I don't know how they eventually did, or if they did, but sure, whatever. Also, why do they have to wear it? You have a bag of infinite holding. Just put it in the bag. Why does one of you have to wear it and, like, be absorbing the nasty feelings with it? Just put it in the bag. Another thing they don't adequately explain, in my opinion. I did really enjoy the Deathly Hallows animation sequence in this. I thought that was really cool. I liked the stylized nature of it, and I thought that it was well narrated and very well animated. Very interesting way of doing it. I also, in terms of shooting things very well, that Sherlock Holmes run sequence, I really, really enjoyed how they shot that, because, like I said, it looks like the Sherlock Holmes Robert Downey Jr. version, how they did that running. I think it was in the second one, but how they shot it, I was like, that reminds me of that, and that is a good thing, because that has such good energy, and it was really, really fun how they shot that. Also, how did that knife kill that character? Unless it was cursed, but we don't actually see how it was cursed, and we also don't see that other character try to do anything about it. They're just like, fucking do something, try to do something, and then you can establish that, like, oh, it's a cursed knife, and we can't do anything, instead of just being like, oh, that's so sad. So, yeah, I thought that was poorly done, or poorly explained, but in terms of, like, the raw emotional feeling, they did a good job with that, even though I was sad about the character that died. If you haven't seen the movie, a character dies, which it shouldn't really shock you in this franchise. So, yeah. Anywho, good movie, but you definitely have to watch part 1, followed immediately by part 2, because they just kind of end it. It's just like, it's over. Okay, next, yep. So stay tuned for my review for that. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.